Welcome to week 1 of Making a Mark Monday with Baruch College Softball alumni Melanie Pellegrino. She played for the Bearcats from 2009 to 2012. During her time here, she was a 2-time CUNYAC champion when they won for the first time ever in 2010 and then was a part of the team again when they won in 2012. Pellegrino was also a 3-time CUNYAC All-Star. She went on to coach at Lehman College in 2013 after she graduated, then went back to Baruch as an assistant coach in 2014 and then was promoted to head coach from 2015 to 2017. Today she continues her passion for sports as a physical education teacher at Edward R. Murrow High School in Brooklyn. We are honored today to welcome Melanie Pellegrino as our first softball alumni spotlight. So the first thing I would like for you to tell us today is how your undergraduate experiences was playing softball here at Baruch College.
Well, first, thanks for having me. But yeah, my undergraduate experience at Baruch was awesome. If I can go back in time and do it again, I would. I loved everything about the school. I loved everything that the city had to offer. It gave me the opportunity to stay close to home, which I was really looking to do. And then the team itself, it was one of the few schools that gave me the opportunity to start right away as a freshman. And that was important to me. I didn't want to go to a Division II or I and sit on the bench until I was a junior or a senior. I was like, what's the point? And Baruch said, no, we want you to come in and start right away. So I had the opportunity to have an immediate impact. And that's something that I really wanted. And then obviously for the school, the academics, I couldn't say no either.
Yeah, that's great. The second question I have for you is, what advice would you give to our current Baruch College softball players, meaning like this pandemic has been tough for some of them and we haven't really had a season, and like it's the last 4 years that we basically have to play competitively, and some of us have been playing our whole life. So what advice would you give to them?
My advice would be to make sure you enjoy every single moment and cherish it, because it goes really fast. I mean, you walk in as a freshman and before you know it, it's your senior day. You know what I mean? So definitely enjoy it. Enjoy every single suicide you have to run. Enjoy every single time you get mercied. Enjoy the good and the bad, because like I said, it goes really fast. And I still play fast pitch. I mean, you can always still play after graduation, but the competition and the level of play is never going to be the same like it is in college. So definitely enjoy every second and take a lot of pictures, because I took a lot of pictures and people thought I was crazy. Like, what do you need all these pictures for? And I'm like, you'll see. And here I am like 6-7 years later, and I stare at those pictures all the time. So definitely take in everything, the good and the bad.
Okay. Thank you. And then the last question I have for you is, what was your favorite memory as a Bearcat, either as a manager or as a player or as both?
Definitely my favorite has to be when we won for the first time in school history. I remember I was a sophomore. I was the starting second baseman. And just to be on the field on that moment when we won for the first time in school history is something that I'll never forget. And then I was lucky enough to win again my senior year, kind of to wrap up my career. So for somebody who was, there's not many of us who got to be there for both teams. So to be one of the players who got to be there for both championships is something I'll never forget. And obviously, because I had amazing teammates and I talk to a lot of them still. So just to be on the field with them those 2 years was something, like I said, I'll tell like my grandkids about someday.
What would you say, like, what did it feel like to just be the first ever?
Oh man, it was so crazy, because I mean, even as a freshman, I was lucky to be in the Final Four for the conference all 4 years that I was there. And, after losing freshman year, I was like, this was the worst feeling in the world. Like, nobody talked to me forever. And then to come back sophomore year, we really went in saying like, we're winning or nothing, so we went in and just honestly, we had a really good year. We had an amazing pitching staff that I still think are the best pitchers I've ever seen in my life. So they definitely deserve the credit. But to be on the field with that last moment, with that last pitch, I remember it was a ground ball to the pitcher, Nicole Flint, and she threw it to first base. And when that ball got caught, it was just like, oh my God, we actually are the first team to ever do this. And then we never wanted to lose again.
Yeah, that's like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So also as a coach, like, what would you say was your favorite memory just coaching for the few years that you had at Baruch?
So I came into Baruch when the team was going through a rebuilding process, and that's something that I loved doing. Just, we picked up girls who never played softball before, and we're like, yeah, I'm interested. And I was like, good, I need people, come on in, and just to be able to teach the sport to people who never really played before. I mean, me and my assistant coaches, we didn't care what our record was. We didn't care if we won, we didn't care if we lost. We just appreciated the fact that we were able to teach the game to people who never got to play before. Like, we had girls were like that actually did play in high school, but was like, I didn't have any offers out of high school, and I still want to play college ball, but I don't think I'm good enough. And we were like, no, come, we'll give you the opportunity. So just giving the opportunity to people who may have never had that experience to play college ball was something that I'll always appreciate as a coach.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for spending time and doing this interview with us.